Hi, it's Mike Chen. We live in a world full of tales and myths of wonder and mystery. Some of these stories are nothing more than the impressive work of our human imagination, while others are founded on mankind's creative attempt to make sense of things that are beyond people's existing knowledge and understanding of a particular time. But of course, there are also those that are not completely far-fetched from being true, and given our curious nature and our openness to consider a limitless array of possibilities, some of us consider these myths and legends quite believable, if not as undeniably true. And since we are in the topic of plausible conjecture, I would like to talk about an enduring speculation by some people that is getting more and more support from the scientific community and is just waiting for an acceptable empirical evidence in order to be confirmed. I am referring to the hypothesis that there could be actual portals on our planet that could potentially lead to other worlds or dimensions. And the thing is, the widespread conversation and debate regarding where or not there are such things as parallel worlds or other dimensions, and that there could be portals located in different parts of the globe which might lead to them, are not a recent development. The idea of parallel universes and various planes of existence have been entertained by the brightest minds of our ancient past and can be gleaned from deep-rooted spiritual practices and religious beliefs. But in our modern era, some people have even gone so far as to identify which areas on the face of the earth are currently hiding actual portals, stargates, or passageways which grant mortal men access to worlds and dimensions beyond our own. So here are 5 real places on Earth that could be portals to other dimensions. Number 1, the Abu Ghraib in Egypt. Located south of Cairo and situated on the rim of the desert plateau on the western bank of the longest river in the world, the Nile, the Abu Ghraib, or Crow's Nest, is an archaeological site comprising of 2 sun temples, both of which were built in the 25th century BCE during the Egyptian period of the Old Kingdom. The site is regarded as one of the most precious ancient treasures of Egypt and is arguably one of the most amazing archaeological locations on the planet. But more than these glorifying labels, it is also believed by some people that this site is home to one of the oldest stargates that can be found across the globe. Somewhere within Abu Ghraib, an ancient platform created from alabaster was uncovered. Alabaster is a gemstone made of calcite regarded by ancient Egyptians as the precious stone of the sun gods, and was thought to be in sync with the vibrations of the earth. And so it is believed that the site of Abu Ghraib was actually constructed for the purpose of elevating people's spiritual awareness, which consequently allowed them to communicate and link with the sacred energies of the universe known as the netters. What's interesting about the idea of communicating with the netters through vibrations is that it is quite similar with the oral legends of Cherokee Native Americans, which speak of formless thought beings which would travel to Earth from the Pleiades star cluster by riding sound waves. Add this to the speculation that advanced technology was used to construct the site, it is not surprising that this ancient Egyptian location is considered to be a possible portal to another world or dimension. Number 2, one of my favorite places in the world, Sedona. Sedona is a city located somewhere in the northern Verde Valley expanse of the state of Arizona. At one point, this area was referred to by the Native American tribes as Nawanda and regarded it as a sacred city. It is believed that the red rocks of the city's desert are spiritually charged and that there is a high concentration of spiritual vortices in this region. A vortex is an area of highly concentrated energy that rises from the earth, and these vortexes are thought to be portals or passageways for celestial beings and terrestrial spirits. For those who believe in the existence of these vortexes, they say that they can tell that they have encountered one when they sense vibrations from the ground and they feel a range of tingling sensation on their skin, particularly under necks and shoulder blades. And the New Age proponents believe that Sedona has these power spots and vortexes in abundance, making the mountains of Arizona the home of the purported doorway to the gods. This is also a reason why Sedona is a very popular destination for people with spiritual and metaphysical interests. And before I'd even heard about all the vortexes in Sedona, the first time I went there, I just felt like there was something different about that place. The whole area just feels so, I don't know, it just feels so spiritual. And I've done a vlog episode about it, so I'll put the link for you guys in my description box if you want to check it out. Next up, the ancient stone arrangement in the United States. Back in 2007, while scientists were looking to examine examine old boat wrecks, they discovered a Stonehenge-like stone structure standing on the floor of Lake Michigan, near Transfer City in the state of Michigan in the US. These structures were discovered by Mark Hawley, a professor of underwater archaeology at Northwestern Michigan University, and are believed to be over 9,000 years old. Another interesting detail about this archaeological find is that one of its stones had a carving of a mastodon, an elephant-like creature that became extinct more than 10,000 years ago. The exact location of the stone structures has not been disclosed to the public by the researchers who discovered the site, out of respect to the local Native American tribes who want to limit the number of people visiting the area. And although the exact age and archaeological relevance of the Stonehenge-like site is still heavily debated by mainstream scientists until now, some people believe that the ancient stone arrangement could be a stargate or a portal, since the area is also known for the mysterious disappearances of boats and ships that sail on the lake. Some of these boats have completely vanished along with its crew, while others stayed afloat on its water for days. But even though the boats stayed, the people aboard them for some unknown reason turned out to have disappeared without a trace. Number 4, probably the most famous on this list, the Stonehenge in England. It is safe to say that Stonehenge is one of the most popular ancient rock structures in the world. It is also no secret that this famous tourist destination in the UK has been the subject of intense debate over the date of when it was built, as well as the true purpose it served after its construction. Mainstream historians will tell you that this bizarre rock formation was built around 5,000 years in the past, and as to how it was constructed, they say that they were built partly from bluestones, and that these stones were excavated and transported from a quarry site located 240 miles away. On the other hand, less conventional experts will tell you that the Stonehenge is much older than the first settlements that were established in the area 5,000 years ago, with some going as far as to claim that the ancient site is actually an energy portal. It is believed by some people that the location of Stonehenge has a strategic and spiritual significance, since 14 key lines converge to where the rock structures stand, which consequently form a powerful vortex. While this theory may seem like a bit of a stretch, there is one story in the late 20th century that somehow supports the suggestion that the Stonehenge could be a stargate or a portal. In August of 1971, a group of people at the ancient site suddenly vanished following the sudden formation of a violent storm and the successive appearance of several bolts of lightning from the sky. Later, when a policeman passed by the site, not a single person was found in the vicinity of Stonehenge other than a few tents and a soaked campfire. Finally, number 5, the Gate of the Gods in Peru. Back in 1996, local tour guide Jose Luis Delgado Mamani accidentally rediscovered an ancient site situated in the vicinity of Lake Titicaca and near the mountain-filled region of Hayu Brand in Peru while he was exploring the area for his job. The region itself is venerated by the local natives as the City of the Gods, and researchers are of the opinion that several monuments could be uncovered beneath its surface. What Mamani found in this sacred site in particular is a gigantic door-like carving on the face of the Hayumaka mountain. It is referred to as the Gate to the Gods. This colossal gate measures 22 feet by 22 feet, or 7 meters tall and 7 meters wide. A smaller doorway can be found in the center of the gate at its base, which is only 6.5 feet or 2 meters high. According to Native American legends, this is the gateway to the lands of the gods, and that heroic mortals pass through the smaller door to meet the gods in their realm or domain. Consequently, by passing through the doorway, these heroes are granted immortality and get to live among the gods. The larger gates, on the other hand, were used by the gods themselves when they occasionally accompanied the immortal men in instances that they returned to Earth to visit their kingdoms. There is also another legend that tells the tale of Ramu Maru, an Incan priest that served in the Temple of the Seven Rays. As the story goes, Maru fled the temple in the 16th century to escape from the Spanish conquerors that arrived in Peru. He brought along with him a magical golden disc, referred to as the Key of the Gods of the Seven Rays. He hid it for the mountain of Hayumarca, where he performed a ritual with shaman priests to open the smaller doorway of the Gate of the Gods. Vibrant blue light shone through the tunnel, and when Maru passed through it, he vanished from the face of the earth and is believed to have traveled to the realm of the gods, never to be seen again. So in conclusion, I may have only listed 5 actual ancient sites that could contain portals or stargates that lead to other worlds and dimensions, but according to some, there are probably dozens, if not hundreds, of these otherworldly gates spread across the globe. But who knows, there might even be a portal hiding somewhere in your hometown or maybe in your closet. But if on the off chance that you do stumble upon an actual stargate to another world or passageway to a realm of celestial beings, would you dare to go through it? I mean, it's not like the doorway is going to say, hey, come here, it's going to be awesome, there's going to be buffets place and a beautiful house for you to live in. I mean, you might walk through and actually find yourself, you know, in the game Jumanji. And personally, I do believe that other dimensions exist. I 100% believe that. I mean, this is not something that's completely science fiction anymore. Some of the smartest people in the world believe that multiple universes exist. But are there possibly portals where from this existence to another? I think so. And maybe that explains all the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle or the Devil's Triangle and all the other triangles on the planet. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you later.